Welcome to Sweenor University. I'm Pete,
I'm Andre.
and today we're going over V-folding to make a box column. A small size, but something you could use in the job, whether it be for a staircase or a porch column. Gonna go over the basics. So we're making today a box newel. So we're gonna get into 45 in pieces, Craig and a rail, top and bottom, and we're gonna all try to do the same size. We're gonna use this as a mock-up, which is actually 18, and these side pieces are 1.5 inches wide, and this is 3 inches in the center. Well, we'll go through the steps. First, we're gonna rough cut all these pieces that we need, and less than I was counting on because a couple of guys aren't here. So each column's gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces, and we'll cut them roughly, say 20 inches, just so you can comfortably work with them. Bring them to the saw, get the saw set at 45, take a couple test piece rips, see if they fit nice, if they're nice and square. Make sure the blade's at 45. And then everybody's gonna take a turn and everybody's gonna build their own. So you'll get 8 pieces, somebody else get 8, and if you need a 9th piece, so be it. And we'll, rip the 45s. Then we're taking these pieces, cutting these the length on a chop saw, and we'll set up a stop. So you're gonna need 8 pieces like this. And we're gonna bring them over to the Craig machine, Craig these small pieces. And a couple things to watch out for in Craiging something like this. You can see I've got this routed out. And one thing I've done in the past, my mistake is, I put the Craig close to the edge, kind of out of habit. Then you go to route it, and I hit the bit, like I hit the screw with the bit, it's 20 bucks down the tube, and plus, it's a little scary. So we got to make sure we step these in a bit, 3/4 to 1 inch is fine. Doesn't have to be precise, but make sure we step it in. We've got 1/4 inch lawn we're going to use for the panel. That's just going to sit in. I'm going to put a bead of glue in here. That's after we have these glued and Craig together. This piece is going to get dropped in like this, and at this point it's going to look like this. On the back, front and back are going to look like that. Then we're going to take a trim router with a rabbet bit and run it all the way inside. It'll end up looking like this. We're going to go through it step by step as we're going. Just we'll do the ripping for this. We'll just talk about that for a minute, and everybody gets to do it. I also brought in a small DeWalt saw because it's more what you're going to have on a job site. You're welcome to use either one. And the same goes for like the Craig jig. If you want to use the hand one, great. If you want to use that one over there to try that, go for it.
Sometimes I even like the smaller Craig jig for smaller things. Like, I don't know. Like, if I'm doing something like that size, I might use the jig we were using last week.
Yeah.
Kind of clamps it a little better.
Yeah, you're gonna find what you're more comfortable with, and if you try something enough, you'll get comfortable with it, But yeah, just do what he said if you're, a little nervous about that. We got plenty of wood, so you can practice on a couple pieces and then, go for it. So the first thing is we're gonna be able to get, say, out of this 3.5 inch stock, we'll be able to get left and right. This is 1.5 inches, this is 3.5. So if we, set it for the 1.5 inches, we're gonna have more than the 1.5 inches left over for the other piece. So I'd like somebody to figure out let's say we do 5 pieces each in case something goes wrong. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 30 pieces.
Yep.
And cut them about 20 inches long. Somebody just, a couple guys can just start doing that now.
Yep. Okay. Good. So everyone should end up with 4 pieces. But you can use those and rip them down. Yep. Great. Yep. That's your choice. Great. Let me get that. Wonderful. A lot of stuff that I do, like in the field especially, before I rip anything, like I'll rough cut everything, leave at least 1 inch to 2 inches, rip it, because then when you're running stuff through the table saw, sometimes, you know, you get chip out in the end, or the blade moves, or whatever. So that's why we like to just rough cut everything first, and instead of cutting everything to finished dimensions right away. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that too.
Yep.
All right, so now we're just setting the blade to 45. This is the way I do it. I mean, I like something long that's going to sit on the table itself. My issue with the combination square is this fence isn't perfect with the table. It never is. So I tend to do something like that. Raise the blade up. Wait till it's just sitting hard against it, you know, top and bottom, and you can't see any light through it. Lock it. Lower. It's not the easiest thing to measure from here to the tooth to get it right, that way of doing it. What I generally do is put the mark on a piece of wood and creep over to it. You know, so you need test pieces. You know, if you take one of your finished pieces and, you know, you screw up a little bit, you don't need something this big, but that's what I've got. So I'll let somebody here try it. Go for it. You wanna?
So we'll do 1.5 inches.
Yeah. So you can,
To the long
that's
pipe?
what I did, yeah. So just like split the line.
Yep.
Yep, the stiles are going to be 1.5 inches. Oh yeah.
And, you know, go a 1/4 inch off and then just kind of,
This style. Rail. I don't know why we spell style like that, but that's how we spell it.
always lock it.
Perfect.
Yeah, so just run another one, then we'll put the two together, make sure they're nice and square with a combination square. Check the width on it.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it. And
Let's put them together, put the combination square on them, see what. No, you we're good.
Screw all four sides together just like this one, and then
Yep.
we're gonna glue them together.
oh yeah. So I'd get a clamp going. Did you glue that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, get a clamp there. Always. Perfect. Do that one. Yeah. I always like to have the clamp over where I'm screwing, and then I'll move it and do that one. These screws have a lot of torque to them, you know. They can really suck in fast if you're not paying attention. Perfect. You ready to assemble yours? Yeah. All right. Let's see where you can do yours. You can do it over here if you want. Right here. This is a good place to do it. Great. Perfect.
So like this.
Yep. You need a Craig clamp. So let me grab you. If we don't have any more, I don't think we have any more. So you can just use a regular Bessie clamp. So you're gonna glue the edge. So we need to get you set up with some glue. Use glue right there. I'll get you another cup. So we're gonna go like last week, right? Sometimes you gotta, with an old bottle, gets a little gummed up. There it is. All right. Spread that out with your finger. And I always like to glue both surfaces. I'll always glue both surfaces. Put it on the table. Great. Yep, roughly square it up. All right, take your clamp now and clamp the face. Killer.
We gotta put this around though.
Yep. And make sure you still have enough room to get your screw in there. There we go. Yep, send her home. There it is. All right, let's get you a drill. See what that does. That'll basically stop the screw from sucking in too much. Grab you a handful of Craig screws. Yep. All right, start with that hole right there. Drill's going in the wrong direction. Oh no, you're good. Yep. Perfect.
Keep going. Is that good?
Wait till it torques out. That's good. We might have to make the torque setting a little less. Okay. And now I would move the clamp, right? I always move it over to right over where I'm screwing. All right, get that one in. Great. We might have to set this a little more. That's fine. It's stripping out, but all right. So now we're gonna work on this one. Perfect. Great. Yeah, those clamps can be tricky. They're got big jaws. Perfect. Drill. Great. Yeah, scoot it over. That's fine. Oh yeah, Craggin. Assembly. Great. Probably do it up there. Oh yeah, there's no lip right here. Get you a Craig bit. This should work. Might give you a little trouble, but nice, 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 nice. Great. Screws. Right here, homie. Great. Oh yeah. I like to sand everything flush when I do anything in woodworking. And if I have something that's like, you know, that feels like a 30-second right there, I'll be sitting there for a while with the sander. So I'll take a block plane and just get it close, you know, and then you can clean it up with the sander.
What grit you using on that?
It's like 120. For trim, like 120, 150, you're fine. Cabinet stuff, I sand everything like 220. See, and now I'm taking down that high spot, just so I'm not sitting there all day with the sander. Quick, you know? And now I'm taking out much less. you can use the Craig clamp if you want.
Thanks, I love tested.
Yeah.
So the next step would be a router.
Oh yeah. So this is just a rabbiting bit.
So the wheel
3/8 rabbiting bit.
bearing just rides it and then it puts a rabbet around the
Yep.
bullet.
This bearing rides on the inside of your panel here, and then it just creates that offset, which is 3/8 for this bit, but they make bigger rabbiting bits too, and then you can control your height. And we're going a quarter. I already set it, but I mean, if this was real life, which,
1/4 inch.
yeah. But so we're using 1/4 inch Luan as our panel. So now I'll always do a test, and I'm gonna grab up that piece. It's probably a little less than 1/4, but I don't want to be, you know, exactly flush with the back. We can step it in a little bit.
Yeah.
If this is going on a wall or something, you know what I mean, and the drywall is going crazy. Yeah, so we can, but I'll do a test. What is this plugged into? Oh, the sander. There it is. Great. I'll do a test here. Just to see what it's doing. And that's pretty good.
So it's kind of inset.
Yeah, but I mean, you can even go a little. You know, it's also too, if you're putting a piece of molding, what you want, say you need this to be 3/4 exactly. Yeah. Yep. And I don't know if we'll have time, but you can add a molding like this. This is just like a glass bead. And basically that fits in pretty, it creates a nice little shoulder there for the glass bead. So I would just go left to right all the way around. Start somewhere in the middle and work your way around with the router. Yep, watch out. Great. It's perfect. Yep, that's how it ended up being.
Okay, cool.
Nice little box, Newel.